nation is way from creation.
So vegan word, sound is power, let me tell you say a word. Sound is power, let me tell you say a word. Make a move and don't say a word. Have you heard? Well listen this word. Sound is power, let me tell you say a word. Sound and power, let me tell you say a word. You have the power, now you heard. Make a move and don't say a word. Have you heard?
Greetings, word, sound, power, family. We're here at the Unity and the Community meeting at the Dubois Center here today. It's really about African repatriation and addressing the needs of the diasporans who live in here in the motherland. Please follow us in. It is going to be live, action, and packed with enough information that we need to know before we decide to actually move across land and sea. Peace out.
Everybody makes money from our culture, except us. Yes. But we complain about it. Hey, they're doing this, they're doing that. So why can't, if there's a China Mall, a little Italy, right, Greek town, right, whatever, why can't we have a historical diaspora village? Right. Where it's an economic powerhouse? Yes. I don't know about y'all, but we need to be the new power brokers here. Yes. Unapologetically. Yes. That being said, why can't we have a night spot, a restaurant, entertainment place that has jazz, has calypso, has reggae, has blues, has hip hop, has house music, has all these different things that are our culture, and around it, all the different artisans that's showcasing our culture, all in one place. And then entertainment of all sorts. That's the type of things that we're talking about when we're talking about galvanizing. And also, you can live wherever you want to, but what's wrong? I say this all the time. If we were going to San Francisco right now, how many black-owned businesses are in Chinatown?
None. Not a single one. Not a single one. Go to Chicago.
Ain't nobody mad about it either.
Chicago and New York, same.
So why can't we have something that's showcasing who we are? We got people here that actually make movies. Yes. Brother, raise your hand. There's another brother from Silver Spring, Maryland here. He's a director making movies. We could be an attraction. Why not have a Tyler Perry type studio here on the continent? Why not? See, if we're going to have these visionaries, if we're part of the new Africa, if we're part of the new Africans, we realize that everything that we've acquired from the diaspora is not something wrong with. Nothing's wrong with everything. We got a fight. We got a resilience. We got a resistance. We got a creative ability. When walls were put up, we figured out how to get around it, get under it, get above it, or knock the thing down. We didn't come here to be soft. Our brothers and sisters here need that energy. Why do you think one of the reasons Kwame Nkrumah came to us? To bring that spirit and bring it back. So our brothers and sisters here that are here, on land, born here, they need us as much as we need them. Let's be one again. Yes. Are y'all with us? Yes. We need to organize, and we need to organize now. Get this thing signed around, then we're going to contact everybody, like this brother said, that we can figure out, or no, we can have our sub-meetings, see exactly where to place people and be able to organize. But at the same time, we can't be delusional to think that we need to vet. Vetting is part of accountability, because everybody is not excited about this.
They're not saying no to the other people who are organized and have money. So if they can say no to us because we're just out here, we scattered, you know what I'm saying?
And emotional.
Yeah, and crying and boo-hooing and they're doing us wrong. Instead of getting organized. Get organized, everybody pool the money. If everybody gives a little bit of something, we'll have money. It doesn't have to be financially burdensome on a few people. Just even for Brother Y'all to come from the mountains and come down costs money. Y'all see, petrol is up it's 7 CDs per liter now. Y'all seen that? You understand? Moving around in Accra is not cheap. So we need, and then when we go and meet with some of these members of parliament, these ministers, invite them to dinner, have a talk with them, tell them our issue. That's how it's done. That's how it's done.
We defined who we were as from diaspora, as opposed to people who were in Ghana going to England to work. We talk about providing waiver. If you have a special talent, we talk about all this. And when I gave this to Mr. Bobby a couple months ago, he said, "Buddy, out. This speaks to the Homeland Return Act perfectly." But when I went back for it, because I forgot it, you couldn't even find it. You know where it was. So my point is, they don't care. Now some countries are now looking at what Ghana is proposing to do, and they actually welcome them. They need someone. So we want you guys to come. Sierra Leone, Gambia, Guinea-Bissau. So like the sister said, we have other choices. It's just that Ghana is using us, but we need to stand up for ourselves. And that's what we're here for. This is the main reason why we say this is an emergency meeting. Let's come together regardless of what group, what country.
There's some issues going on now with the residency permit that is really causing me some concern. And you might think I already got my residency permit, so all this stuff that's going, you got the renewal. You got the renewal. You understand what I'm saying? So issues that people that are coming are dealing with, don't get too comfortable. That's what I'm telling y'all. Don't get comfortable. Don't get comfortable. So right now, let me give you a little bit of history about what's going on with immigration. Before 2019, before this year of return condition, the only way you're supposed to get residency in Ghana is to be a retiree, own a business here, married to a Ghanaian, or you have a work permit. That was the four-way. So when the president come home, return initiative, then immigration said, okay, well we need something in place to be able to give these people residency outside of these four ways, which means they require a letter of support from the president's office. That's why a lot of people had to go to the Office of Diaspora Affairs in D.C. House to get a letter of support, because without that letter of support, if you don't fall into one of those four categories, you can't get residency. Okay? So we all have been going to Office of Diaspora Affairs, one council taking people, I've been taking people, some of you here are taking you there to get that letter of support so that you can get your residency permit. Recently, I've been sending people that and they've been being turned away. Telling people they're not doing any interviews at the Office of Diaspora Affairs right now, and they're working on something. They should call back. This is very concerning for me. You have 60 days to be in this country. You understand what I'm saying? And it's holding up people's process of doing it. You can't even open a bank account without residency. So you're putting people's lives on hold.
That's right.
Brother Yao has sent people to Office of Diaspora Affairs and they're telling them they're not doing interviews right now. I don't know what's going on over there. You understand what I'm saying? But it's a concern for me because it's affecting my people that are trying to get here. You understand? So that's one issue. I don't know what's going on in that office.
We have a physical space where those people who signed up can come to, book time and come to, or not even book time, but who can actually come freely, 9 to 5 if we use that kind of thing, and come and discuss and plan some of these things that we want to do to go forward. This is an open space emergency meeting. You can't leave here without having that space and that understanding. Point one, I like what the businessman has said. Let's collect some of his money. No disrespect. And get this thing moving. There's others here. I like the thing about the lobbying group. The lobbying group needs money. Tell us how much you need from each of us so that we can move forward. Let's put some money on the table. Let's decide when we can come and give that money. Take a call.
I have an office currently in East Legon that we can use until the organization raises funds and get a legitimate 126 plus office. But what we want to do is what Brother Tyrone was saying. Let's go for a building together. If a bunch of people got businesses, let's go for a building together, and then in that building everybody have a space. So not overly burdensome on any one person to have an office.
There are people that look like us that are diaspora that will take advantage of you for your money. So here's what I'm saying. That group and this group must be centralized. So if there's anything you're trying to do from this point, anybody outside of this group, check through this group first. Because here's what I'm saying. Myself, when I got my residency, it only cost me 300 CDs. But I know people, and they follow, and I'm gonna say it, African American, and they paid 1,000 US. Okay? They paid 1,000 US.
I'm sorry, sir. Who did you use for residency?
Also, so y'all understand, me and my brother, there was a Ghanaian who wanted to charge us 3,000 CDs. Dabio. So one of the things that's important is there's people here that look like us, that come from where we from, that don't have our interest. And some of them been here for a long time.
That's true.
So one of the things we got to start getting real is calling a spade and don't be uncomfortable with it.
I just want to say that we spend a lot of money here daily. Right here, without money, a bird in the hand is worth two in the boat. So what I'm saying to them is we spend a lot of money every day. And we have been spending money. People like 10 years, some people 20, 30 years. What are we getting for our dollar? We're supposed to get something for our money. We're supposed to be respected as a people. We didn't come 10,000 miles for this. I didn't move my family way across land and sea for this. There are other countries we can go to that will welcome our buying power. And we have to think like that. It has come that time. We can no longer be silent.
You sound like a one-person lobby.
We are the new Africans. It should be, we got to stop playing. We are the new Africans.
Just saying.
And that should be clear. And another thing, the diaspora word is a game now. It's just like Black Lives Matter is being pinned.
Yeah, we have to be clear about the word diaspora because there was some legislation and they said, oh, it's dealing with the diaspora, and then when Dr. Cambone and y'all looked at it, it had nothing to do with the we are the historical diaspora.
But we have to do things to be sure that this organization has the proper rules in place where they don't end up price gouging they own people too. We need rules. If we're gonna have some organization, y'all have to have rules. And you have to have accountability, and you have to put it in place, because you will have a problem later. If you don't do it, it will become a problem because people get money and they lose their mind. And if you got the proper tools in place, it won't happen. You can only go here, this is as much as you could charge. You cannot charge these people all this money if you're a part of this group. Can't do it. We need rules.
Before this brother speaks, one of the things that's a core value in what we have is a collective code of conduct that we're going to operate on. There is a code for businesses and a code for how we interact with one another. It has to be a code. Even the gangsters of old had a code. Our people had a code. But that's why we need to understand there's a responsibility in freedom.
That's right.
Freedom doesn't mean you can just do anything you want to do with whomever, whenever, however. There still has to be a code. And accountability has to be the tie that binds you.
Yes.
Go ahead, brother. Elder.
We talk about money. My name is Nana Kwesi Sonda Second Asapo Hinikomwa. I put up 1,000 CDs. Don't talk about money no more. We're not gonna, all those who don't put up the money, raise your hand. Raise your hand. If your hand is not up, I'm an installed chief. If I say raise your hand, you need to raise your hand.
The place where for thousands and thousands and 10,000s of years my ancestors walked in our own place. They call me a Comanche because I'm the son of the great son of Nana and Tachi. I am son of the great son of Kofi and Kojo. I am African from head to toe. I'm not concerned about the minor biological invasion of me. I am African. Jamaica, the land of my birth, but Africa is my origin.
Repatriation, royal nation. You are the key to your liberation. So put it in your meditation.